Frazier.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event. Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. Caution being thrown to the wind. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Just misses with that jab. Oh, that punch. Good counter punch. Punch, counter punch. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee, just pickpocket and sting you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Tried to score with a jab. Nice stop, but that won't score. Nice counter shot. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there.
On to the second round. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
It's obvious which one of these fighters has to get on the inside.
You've got to use what you've got. I've got a long reach. I use it all the time. Use the speed. Frustrate and make him walk into a shot.
And he scores with the counter. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. He blocks the right uppercut. Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They exchange punches. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Beautiful counter shot. Perfect punch. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Catch and shoot. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nice counter. So much firepower here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round.
Switch on.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fighters like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Those counter punches have to hurt. Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Swing and a miss with that hook. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope. You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you've cheated, now we're going to find out.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The perfect counter lands. Throws the uppercut but misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. Here we go to the 4th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Defense is not an option for these two. The right hook misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. That uppercut does not score. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
They miss with the jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Frazier is in trouble again. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round.
Well, we know they've got the advantage, so...
Don't worry about that one. Don't worry about it.
There's the bell to start round 5. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. His stamina is off the charts. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Down goes Joe Frazier. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
I've got to...
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Gotta look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Holding nothing back here in the round. about to see the end of an era? Are we about to see Joe Frazier get knocked out? Frazier finally answering back.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
That one will count. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punching. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Let's start the 6. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute.
We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the...
That's Eminem. That Lose Control, right? Lose Control by Eminem?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
A lot of effort being exerted here.
Sign this motherfucker to the hook.
There's a counter shot. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
Where did that come
I don't
from?
have any stamina.
What a shot.
Definitely haven't, but you're not better than me.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
I don't know where the fuck they're going. I'm about to not go. Really don't
Beautiful
want to. I'm tired.
counter punch. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody up.
Get your mind back on the draw.
And there's the bell for round 7. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
A perfect count. Let's see that again.
That's lights out right there.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
We're at the halfway point, and there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice work to block that left uppercut. Down goes Frazier. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
I need to see that again.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
That counter shot lands. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. There's no way Frazier survives this. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round.
Get your mind back on the climb.
There's the bell to start round 8. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Is this the beginning of the end for this legend?
Man, I just got the wrong fighter. That's all.
I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like
you
that,
got the wrong
and
fighter.
you're going down.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe, or do they play defense here?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight?
Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Hey, win it back, bro. Win it back, same division. Fuck up and let's go.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I...
Deontay Wilder, bronze bomber, fighting out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the former heavyweight champion of the world. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, an Olympic bronze medalist from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, a hard-hitting, sensational knockout artist, and a WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder.
Let's go, nigga.
So much hype surrounding. And that's the opening bell, round one. Nice punch.
Yo.
One punch could change
everything
in this battle.
All right. So, all right.
Nice counter shot.
I got you.
Can't connect with that right hook. And he scores with the counter. It's a rematch of one of the great trilogies in heavyweight boxing history. It's Wilder versus Fury 4.
Warfare is so important in boxing. And Tyson Fury is a modern-day warmonger. He knows how to get in your head before you've even stepped in the ring, before you've even laced up your gloves, before you've even got in the dressing room. Tyson Fury knows what to do to get under your skin. He'll make you hate him, love him, dream about him. So then your life is his life. He's got your number. He's brilliant at it. And you saw how he did it to Wilder, not in fight 1, fight 2, and fight 3. And the same thing's happening all over again. Will Wilder ever know? Will he ever learn his lesson? I believe not. Because Tyson Fury, that's what he do.
Very beautiful counter punch. Trying to land that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That hook just can't find the target.
No, I can. You're bum.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is, has he punched himself out? Swinging big and missing big with that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that.
What do we expect to see here in round 2? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Catch and shoot. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
It's so hot. It's so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on earth.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Got him there.
Beating the shit out of him.
Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Down goes Fury. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown. On to the third. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
rest for the weary. Good counter punching. A perfect counter shot. And he misses with the left uppercut. The perfect counter lands. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked?
Lay the fuck
Cue
down,
up the
bitch.
replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I need to see that again.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness, Andy.
I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Incredible work rate. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Punch, counter punch. He threw a punch and just got counted. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Wilder. And there's the bell to start round 4. They ring the bell, and here we go. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. There's a counter shot. Good defense there with that left hook. Let's see if they go to the body. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. His stamina is off the charts. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
That's lights out right there.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
No doubt at all.
No,
You can
gonna
see
save
who's
you, bro.
winning. You can see who's got it in hand.
I'm up on the
You can see
scorecard.
who's
I don't have to chase
comfortable.
you.
Or
Make you chase me.
is it a bit of a mousetrap?
You really don't.
Nobody home with that hook. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
That counter shot lands. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, this is on to the 5th we go. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
His stamina is off the charts. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Right uppercut just off target. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
That uppercut does not hold that thought. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. How about that time counter shot? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last.
You started to make mistakes.
There's the bell for round 6. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
We hear that old phrase, second wind. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. They blocked the left there. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he... Did you see that? Tyson Fury just got rocked. Do you believe this? Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged. And down goes Fury.
Shot.
How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Where did that come from?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
How much confidence do you build when you're... Did you see that? Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to
Definitely
be
not.
huge.
You're losing the fight.
Make or break a
Try
fighter.
again.
It's a terrible round, that is. Come on. You've let him back into the fight.
Here comes round 7. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Dumbass.
And it's a one-hitter
Yeah, shut the
winner.
fuck up.
What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
He didn't get up by 6. Fucking got a second win.
Hold that thought. Oh, Wilder just got clipped, and he's in a world of trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him this hurt before. How is this fight still continuing?
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
We're at the halfway point, and there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And he misses with that straight left. That counter punch caught him clean. Blocks the left uppercut. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Throws the uppercut but misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Solid punch. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Wilder in that lap.
What are you doing?
Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
The jab not finding its target. Misses with the straight left. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Good counter punch. Nice counter shot. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good one. His stamina is off the charts. Both men step back for just a moment. Is he going to punch himself out, though? They exchange punches. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Yo. What a crew. All right, here it comes.
Let's talk about Fury in that last round. You've heard the
All right,
old
bro, gotta go.
phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to
You don't want to